What is up, guys? It's Nate, and today I want to show you my training week, which is a little bit sporadic, and I want to talk a little bit about doing what works for you as opposed to always just doing what you think is optimal or what people say you should do. And this goes for everything. This goes for lifting, this goes for life, relationships, everything like that. So first off, training week here. Started off with squats. Don't remember which day this was. This was the first one I recorded. So I worked up to a daily max of 335. I've hit that before, but not in this situation with the competition. Wrist straps, belts, the monolift, and 100-pound plates. So it was a little bit different here. But I did hit 335. You see I got out of position there a little bit. Anyway, moving on to the volume work here. 250 pounds, I believe, for a 4x8. That was the plan. This is all high bar, and this was killer, just to keep in position and not use my lower back too much. That was a very hard thing to do, but regardless, I did get it done. I show all 4 sets here, I believe, different angles. You'll see towards the later sets, the last 2 of them, I try to take my time a little bit more, really stay tight between each rep, and just focus on each rep as a single at a time, even though there are 8 in each set. So really just keeping the focus, that's all. Getting really tight, hitting depth, coming back up, and staying upright more or less. But anyway, moving on from that, you'll see the rest of these squats finish up, and then I had close grip bench programmed there. I do my own programming, so that's why it's a little bit sporadic. But anyway, talking about practicality versus optimality. So first I'll define what I think those 2 terms mean. Practicality means doing what works for you, and it means doing what is practical, meaning something you can practice on the daily or on the weekly basis, something you can sustain for a long period of time and not get bored of, not burn out, not, mess up too much, and actually complete it to the fullest of your ability. So what I mean by that in terms of lifting is finding something that you enjoy, and finding something that you can work towards as a process goal or an outcome goal, preferably a process goal, but any goal is good, really. And so what I've done here is found something that I've liked, high bar squatting as opposed to low bar squatting, even though in the past my low bar squat has outdone my high bar squat, and now because of my commitment to the high bar squat here, it is my strongest squat. I've squatted 345 this way, I've squatted 330 low bar, so it's just because I'm used to it now and I've been able to sustain it. So that's practicality in this sense. Optimality is something different. That's what maybe the rest of the internet would say, or a bad lifting coach, anything like that. You might say, well, do low bar because 99% of squatters, powerlifters, can do more low bar. And that's true, but I think if you spend a little more time working with what you enjoy, you will get better at it. And that's what I did. It was just commitment over a daily and a weekly basis. So here's my close grip bench. This was the accessory. You see I'm getting these angles for you guys. It's very cinematic. 135 pounds for 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. This is just to start me off. I have done more on close grip bench in the past, but see I'm trying to stay tight and just move from the elbows and the shoulders, essentially. So that's looking good. Finishing up that 4th set there, and on to pressing. Here we go. Okay, so as you saw there, I just hit 135 for the first time ever touching it on military press, and I got 3 reps just because it felt so good. So I need to work on my positioning a little bit. Then I went for 145, it didn't work out. And I dropped down to 100 pounds for multiple sets of 8 to 10 here. I did get 10 the first couple sets, I believe, so that is a huge PR too on overhead pressing. Shoulders are getting stronger. Now on to my rant. Back to the day. Leg press does not equal squat. This is 450 pounds. I would kill to squat 450 pounds. So all you motherfuckers that leg press thousands of pounds in high school, I want to see you struggle 315 for reps on the squat. Good luck. Sorry I had to do that to you. I just had to go off a little bit, explain that leg press does not equal squat. So yeah, I said all I need to say there. There's a lot of guys out there who think that because they leg press a lot of weight that they can squat the same or close to it, and it's just never true. So there's a lot more that comes into squatting. But anyway, here's leg press. This is my squat accessory that I did on my overhead press day. So kind of staggering accessories there. I worked up, this is 500 pounds for 10 reps. I didn't think I could do this, honestly. So this was really a surprise to me. Really good PRs this week. It was hard, but I got it. And then push-ups. Calisthenics, always to keep agile just with my body weight. My form has improved massively on these since I got out of the Air Force ROTC. Ironically enough, my form was worse then. I could never get to 90 degrees, and I thought it was a mobility or flexibility thing, but it was really just technique. Started to tuck my elbows more, using a little bit more tricep force, keep the core tighter. It does look like my lower back is rounding a little bit, but nevertheless, form has gotten better. So I got 27 reps here and did a few more sets. Now this is my time in Ohio, New River Gorge. Beautiful area. There's a few lookout views. And then I'll talk about a train here in a second. Interesting. Where is it? There it is. You can barely see it, but there's a train going by. It looks like one of those toy train tracks from up here. That's sick. Oh. So that was really awesome, getting to see all that. I just love nature, you know what I mean? I really do, though. It's very therapeutic in some way. So, on to benching again. Trying to get this motherfucker up. So, this was a local YMCA in the area when I was out. Did my warm-ups, 185 for 2, 215 for 1, and this is 225 with a competition pause, which I haven't done before. And it was so slow. Fast off the chest, really slow on the lockout. So got to work on that. But anyway, based off that 225, I dropped down to 165 pounds and was supposed to get 5 sets of 8 reps. But instead of that, I got 7 reps on the third set, I think. And so then I just decided to complete the total 40 reps, however long it took me in multiple sets. So it ended up taking me 6 sets. The numbers you saw on the screen there. So 8, 8, 7, 6, 6, 5, something like that. Anyway, moving on to accessories here. Decline push-ups. Doing a lot of these, a lot of push-up variations, things similar to a tucked elbow bench press. This is actually very similar to incline bench, as you saw up on the screen there, just because the angle, if you were to flip things around, the force would be more on the upper pecs and the shoulders here, although I am still tucking my elbows, so it's slightly different. It's like an incline bench with my elbows tucked. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all later. Love the old YMCA grunge. Look at this. Little to no lighting. Old bars. It's a deadlift bar. At least they got that right. It's all yellow and dirty and nasty. Walls are cracking. You got tape on the bench press. Tape on the hamstring curl. All this. All hammer strength equipment. Look at this. A fucking broomstick. Practice mobility. All the dumbbells. Up to 75 here. I think we got more over on the other side. Could be wrong. Here we go. Look at this. Still Gatorade. Old Life Fitness. Some of this is newer, but it's the look of it. It's the feel of it that I love. These couple of mirrors, big ass mirrors. You got the only thing I don't like about this is the motherfucking hex plates. Those always fuck me up. But no excuses. Gotta get it in. So, already did bench, did decline push-ups. On to some regular push-ups to failure. Bitch.